Hey everyone, welcome to week 3 of the SC2AI Ladder Season 9. We're here to review some games and talk about the latest spots. With me I have Infy.
Hello.
He is the creator and god of Sharpened Edge, Harvester, Sharpie Framework, and pretty much a load of the cool stuff in the scene. So thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you.
And how do you think it's gone? So you've already qualified for the tournament with Sharpened Edge last week. So
Lady says that we look the same.
No, that's cool. But yeah, so you've recently put Harvester on the ladder. It's doing
Yeah,
okay. Seems to,
it's doing better than Rusty, so at least that's something.
yeah. I'm wondering if you put Rusty on there specifically just to lose to it, or if it's like, no, that's fun.
Ah, I'm testing how it works in against multiple bots.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
how's,
interesting for me to at least see
yes,
how it
so
does.
Harvester is actually like a fully like machine learned bot, which is rare for the ladder, I think. There's only been like Mad AI that's tried it, but yours Harvester is a lot more complex than that, I'd say.
Yeah, well, so the harvester uses machine learning to select a unit that it wants to build, and I use Sharpie framework for creating the actual. We can call the actions like mini builds that it builds like spawning pool and roads for roads.
Yeah.
And when it has the buildings finished, it starts building roads. So
Okay.
that's the idea
Okay.
for the actions.
So it's kind of like you've set a policy in there of like train to X unit, or is it just kind of like, okay, I need to get like, will it see sort of like what the opponent's building and think, right, okay, now I need to tech to this or whatever like that?
Yeah, but the harvester has like 200 or something inputs, and part of that is the time when the enemy has buildings completed. Or I'm not sure if that's timing for the buildings to start, or if it is building for finished parts, something like that. And it has all the data for all the units that the enemy has, what it has seen before, and it tries to interpret that data into building the correct units for that.
Okay. So what kind of like software are you using for that? I think using TensorFlow and
Yeah, it uses TensorFlow and Keras for the
okay,
machine
cool.
learning part.
So using like A3C and that kind of stuff, I guess.
Excuse me?
Using like an A3C algorithm, or is that just
Yeah, it's A3C, yes.
cool?
Yes.
So, like, is that something you selected to do, or I guess that's kind of like very popular at the moment.
Yeah, we needed something that can play multiple games at the same times.
Yeah,
I have multiple cores in my computer now, both are Threadripper just for training AI,
yeah.
and it's running like what would I say, like 4,000 games in an hour when it starts raining.
Wow,
So,
that's pretty decent. So yeah,
but it really slows down after it has trained for some time because it saves all the data to disk between the games,
yeah,
and it reloads, and it's really big. The files are really big at the moment. That's something I would like to work on at some point, but we'll see.
yeah. I guess we will. Right. So should we take a look at one of its games, if you like?
Yeah,
I think there's one versus Octopus, which is on Ephemeron,
okay,
67734. I think we've got it there.
yeah,
Okay, give me a shout when you've got that loaded up and we can synchronize our starts.
yeah. Loaded. Ready now.
Cool. Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously at the start it comes up saying like how many episodes it's got and how many state size. Is that kind of like just the number of inputs that it's taking, I guess?
Yeah, the state size is the number of inputs.
Okay,
They are
cool.
all floating point numbers, I think.
Yeah. So that's quite a lot still.
Yeah, it has all the races in the same build.
Yeah.
So it has like 40 or something against each race,
Yeah.
and then it has the rest of the data is just for its own data.
Okay. So when it says the action size is 7, like I take it that's the initial action size, or is that the kind of like a general policy for it?
Yeah, that's the general policy. It has the bases, new hatcheries, uh, drones, queens, lings, roaches, and hydralisks. And I think it has also banelings.
Banelings, banelings, banelings.
Yeah.
So yeah, is it something that's specialized against each race it's facing against, or is that just kind of like done through the scouting, as we see kind of like the drone scout here?
The the build is always the same against all races. Just the data is going to be different.
Okay.
Whoa.
So I think,
Octopus is going crazy for the drone scout.
yeah, Octopus does like to kill the drones. I know that.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah,
But that was a lot of lost mining time.
yeah. So Octopus is quite a new bot on the ladder. Have you played many games against it? Or have you seen many of the replays?
This is actually the first time I'm seeing the octopus in play.
Ah,
Yeah, and so the harvester once again likes the 12 pool.
yeah,
But now it's gathering units and it
yeah.
made some workers at least.
So
Now it's 13.
I've noticed it just likes to gather loads of workers around of units around this area here, um, staying nicely out of sight. So is that something you specifically programmed it to do, or is that something it's just learned on its own?
All the unit movement is hard coded.
Okay,
Just the build is coming from machine learning.
yeah. So like I noticed because you obviously made the Sharpie framework as well, so I'm guessing this is all based on a lot of like the unit movements from Sharpie and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something pretty cool.
Yeah. And excuse me, Harvester likes to build a roads farm because it starts building extractors after it's completed. So it gets more gas and then it gets the link speed that is automatically researched when it has enough gas.
Yeah. So you're getting proxied a little bit here. It's chasing off the probe.
Yeah, and the house doesn't react at all. The actual building.
No.
It sees. Yeah, it sees.
Yeah.
It doesn't care at all.
So with the specific inputs to this, how did you kind of program that in? Was that all like you had to program each individual input, or was it just something that kind of like came out of sort of like something that you'd seen on Sharpie or whatever?
Yeah, the framework mostly has all the data already. I just had to make the functions that put the data in the input or state or observation or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, it's still quite a significant amount for a neural network to have that many inputs. Um, is it sort of like something that you struggle to see patterns there? I'm guessing you have to run a huge amount of games to see any kind of like patterns emerging there.
yeah, for the current version, just let me check.
Yeah.
I played Harvester played like 8,000 games and it discovered that 12 pooling is a good idea.
Yeah.
So I think this model that has only 7 outputs or actions. It was like 5,000 when it discovered the early pool is good idea.
Yeah.
And then it starts to iterating from there.
Okay. So, and then it kind of like, once it gets the roach warren up, it just makes a decision. Does it want to go kind of like morlings or does it want to go roaches?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
It seems like it now really likes links only.
Yeah.
Hasn't built any roaches at the moment.
No, not right now. But it does seem like roaches would be a very good idea against kind of like the mass stalker strategy that Octopus is using. So
You get the speed, yeah. The game is so slow when it's real time, so I'm not used to this.
yeah, sorry, we don't get 6,000 games an hour out on stream. That might be a bit of a problem for everyone to keep up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does seem like it's certainly a good strategy for this game anyway, as Octopus looks like he's getting overrun a little bit.
Yeah. Now it has a single road somewhere.
Yeah. Wait a second, where is it? It's coming across the map. I don't know if it'll get there in time. So Octopus is reporting some errors. Let's see if this roach can come and help out. It'll get there. Oh, no. It's going a
Now
bit back and
it's
forth.
trying to regroup with the roads.
Yeah. Right, okay, I think we'll fast forward out to this one because it's pretty much one. Get your speed. So yeah, that was a pretty fun game for Harvester. But it kind of got a bit proxied. It didn't really react to that as much. I'm just wondering if that's something that you want to kind of like program into it, or
The sub should react to all kinds of things, but it doesn't. And it's really hard to code some things.
yeah,
What I really want to delegate to machine learning is deciding when to attack. Currently, that's also decided by the SAPI framework.
yeah. So I'm guessing that it's very difficult because one of the biggest problems with Starcraft is like there's how do you kind of like assess the reward of what you actually put into the neural network?
Yeah.
Because if you're just assessing the reward by do you win or lose the game, there's so many different variables that go into winning and losing a game. It's difficult to see patterns, I guess, in what comes out of that.
I've tried quite a few variations for rewarding the bot, but the only thing that I managed to has managed to work so far is rewarding only winning.
Yeah. So have you
I
got?
tried rewarding like if you make good economy and only builds drones like.
Yeah.
And if you reward killing enemies, it only builds links.
Yeah.
And nothing else matters. So
Yeah. So have
that's
you got
really
any?
annoying, but
It's a very strange problem because again, it's kind of like something that you would be able to learn up or speed up the learning a lot quicker if you could kind of like reward like StarCraft 2. The API has a score mechanism built into it.
yeah.
So I don't know if you've tried using that at all or
Yeah, I tried using it for rewarding the income, the mineral economy, and having units and killing enemies, and nothing seems to work.
yeah.
Except plain winning.
Yeah.
And then I have this kinds of problem that it really likes to 12 pulp, and the only bot that I can play a lot of games against is the in-game AI.
Yeah. So have you tried sort of like playing other races or are you focused singly on Zerg at the moment?
Yeah, the Zerg is the focus now because the buildings are easy.
Yeah.
If I have the output that build zealots, now it's becoming complex as to how many gateways should I build.
Yeah.
If I want to build void race, do I need 2 or 3 stargates?
Yeah. I'm guessing each race has their own complication.
Yeah.
Just quickly, we have a question from Raf in chat. Is saying, do you discount reward based on time or not? So,
There's a discount factor of 1.995 or something.
okay. So that makes it. Does that sort of like reward you for just winning quickly, I guess, and destroying your opponent?
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
That's cool. Okay, shall we take a quick look at another replay anyway? And
Yeah.
so I want to have a look at the one against Mech Sweep, which is 67909. If you've got it there.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, just let me know when you're in game.
Yeah, loaded.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this time you're up in the top left. Mech Sweep, again down bottom right here. So Mech Sweep is a bot that pretty much does exactly what it says in the tin. It basically tries to sweep you with mech. It feels like you should have quite a good time against this, but we'll see. I don't know if you've seen much of this bot either in the past.
I haven't seen much. It played against Harvester in Pro Bots, but that was when it only did the 12 pull without speed.
Okay.
So it wasn't very impressive.
So it's got its normal 12 pull up. So yeah, I've noticed like every bot has every replay has the whole 17,100 episodes taken. Is that something like? So have you turned off the learning specifically for ladder versions, or is it?
Yeah, the learning is turned off because the optimizer file is 300 megabytes.
Okay.
I don't want to upload that to anywhere.
Yeah, that might have problems uploading on the ladder. Though actually, like downloading it would be fine, but so Mech Sweep knows you've gone pull first.
Yeah.
There we go. Not quite as keen to take out the scout as Octopus was, although you get it in the end.
Okay, now it's building the extractor, but not the Roach Warren. Interesting. Somehow managed to skip the Roach Warren.
Yeah.
But this build only builds the extractor when it tries to build other units than the circlings.
Okay. So that's kind of weird. Maybe that's bugged out somewhere.
It's probably not. It just didn't have enough money to build the Roach Warren. That would
Okay.
explain it.
Yeah, we see the roach one going up now, so we should have a few roaches out.
Mech Sweep detected the pool first, but it's building a command center in the low ground.
Yeah, it's obviously not taking notice of its scouting too much.
Yeah. It also doesn't have a bunker anywhere, so.
Yeah.
And now it's building the Roach Warren.
This might be tough for it to hold, I expect. So yeah, I mean, I've noticed Mech Sweep doesn't like to send like Reapers out across the map like a lot of Terran bots do on the ladder. So
The Queen Pastor is in the corner.
yeah. Yeah.
Let's see when the Hausa wants to attack. Mech Sweep doesn't have any units at all.
No, zero army at the moment, and he's building a third command center. This can't be good. Yeah, this is. Wait, is that a fourth? No, that's a starport. Sorry, that was a command center for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be in some trouble here.
Francis would be good, but I don't know if the Howser can actually react to dependencies.
Yeah. We might get a little bit stuck on that one.
We'll see.
So yeah, starport finished. Let's see what he's going to build out of that. It's
Howser is now
just
attacking, but it's regrouping with rolls, single rolls again.
oh yeah. So it's just kind of like delaying its attack and giving NetSuite more of a chance to kind of build some units, maybe.
Yeah,
Just the attack.
now it has a tank at least.
Yeah. So that's going to give it a little bit of splash. But yeah, I don't know if the tank can just reach over there, just about. Yeah. So starport is done, and it's building a Banshee, is that? Yeah.
It has a reactor on the starport,
Yeah.
so it's Viking.
Oh, sorry, Viking, yes. You're right. So it looks like the tanks are actually going to do the job here, but that tank might go down just about. You've got another one.
Yeah, let's go. Gone.
So you've held off the initial attack anyway. But
And the tank is not sitting in the high ground.
yeah. See, I think that's the problem at the moment.
It's creating a planetary fortress and the third.
Ooh.
And still has almost no units.
Yeah. Well, you're getting quite low at the moment. I'm guessing at this point you're just piling out more roaches and things.
Oh my god. What's the harvester doing now?
It's going back. Must be regrouping, I think. See,
I
this
guess
is,
it detected the planetary fortress and decided that
yeah.
it no longer wants to fight.
So you're saying that this kind of like whole if you fight mechanic is that's hard coded, right? And that's not like actually learned.
What did you say?
So the decisions on when to attack and when to come
Yeah,
back, that's still hard coded. So
that's
so
still hard coded. Yeah,
the actual learning part of it is still functioning pretty well here in terms of like just building the units. It's just possibly the hard coded bit is not
they're
recognized.
both really stupid at the moment. I'd say
Yeah.
it's the harvester is still in with 14 drones.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's the scripted part that's stupid because it should easily win any
Yeah.
fight at the moment because next week still doesn't have any units.
Oh, it's got that single Viking coming out. It's start 10. So it's got, sorry, 2 Vikings and 2 tanks, and that's it. And a planetary fortress. But yeah, I'm guessing like it should probably try and drone up a little bit from here, I guess.
Yeah. This is this version has the same 17,000 games played when the Probots version has 30,000. I wonder if
Yeah.
actually learned something useful between those games.
Oh, that'd be good.
Because this looks quite a bit more stupid than what it looked like in the single game that was shown in the Probots.
Yeah, you should put the latest version up, and we can see how that does a bit better.
Yeah.
Which would be good. But yeah, this is the point about like having it as a learning network. It will improve over time without you kind of like necessarily having a lot of input into it, unlike the scripted bots, which won't.
That was the idea at least. But
That's the theory, but it's still a lot of work, isn't it?
yeah. Because it's currently not finding anything useful.
Yeah.
However, how this network was trained, I had like 2 different versions training it, and one of them was completely random, and it has like 40% win rate against the hard AI, and that teaches is it to build something else than circlings.
Yeah.
That was the only way I managed to make it build any drones.
Yeah. I
If
guess
I let it learn by itself, it only builds like one pool and circlings, nothing else.
yeah. I mean, we do also have the problem that, like, if you saw what DeepMind done with AlphaStar, they had significantly more resources. I know that you said has 31,000 games. You played, like, I think they were playing several in the region of several millions. So you can't be too
Yeah.
hard on it.
Yeah. I think the optimizer is one of the problems. I think it's a bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
But if I just use something else, I don't see any progress at all. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to balance between the optimizer and learning rate and all the parameters.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm guessing it's just literally a case of, like, if you've got millions of games, then you would see a lot more optimization on that. But unfortunately, we don't have the resources of that, and it's like, so yeah, we've got No Talk TV in chat saying even if that one strat loses, I guess that's like, does it still go for that strat even if the strat loses a lot of games?
How would I explain it? When everything else loses every game and the all-in link circling rush wins like 20% of the games, it only does the circling pool, the circling rush. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's important to say that you're not just kind of like looking at a single game and optimizing for that single game. With a lot of the, certainly with the A3C kind of like algorithm, what happens is you play loads and loads of games asynchronously, and then each of those games feeds back into the model that you're sort of like you're doing essentially.
Mm.
But yes, stop me
Yeah.
if I'm
What Murphy says that the learning process can get easily stuck on the local optimum.
yeah, and that's where kind of like the optimization algorithm has to be kind of you have to kind of set that right in being less aggressive or more aggressive, as you say, because if you have it less aggressive, you're not going to improve as fast. But if you have it more aggressive, you're going to just be kind of like getting kind of like overcompensating, if you will.
I'm not sure why the harvester isn't attacking at all.
Yeah, it does seem a bit strange here. You're up to, so you're getting up to a reasonable supply, and Mech Sweep now has kind of caught up in, or at least catching up in the army supply.
Come on!
Go on, just attack. That's what we want to see.
The hard part here is that this attack code is scripted, so
Yeah,
I can't blame the learning process for that. Yeah, that's what I have to fix first, I think.
yeah, definitely.
I need to blame something else than me for the losses.
Yeah. So I think there's like another question in chat saying that you can't just add another strategy and win more. Well, I just kind of explained that before about how it's not really picking a strategy; it's just picking a unit to build, I guess.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it
that's
doesn't pick a strategy.
no,
It just does units.
yeah. But now we're just waiting for him to attack. Come on, you can do it.
Come on.
Sorry. I thought this was going to be more an interesting game, actually. I only looked through it very, very quickly, so I don't know if these guys down here are really doing much either. But that's good.
Yeah, I think the Helens are gonna
Yeah,
fry out those circlings.
no, that's good. Not so good for the
But,
Zerglings.
but the cyclones are not going to be too useful, probably.
No. Well, you've got Zergling speed, so Zerglings should be able to get around them pretty quickly. At some point soon, guys, these two are going to go at each other.
Yeah, I think Max Sweep is gonna max out first.
Yeah. I mean, it's just by sheer weight of his economy at the moment. It's up to 54 workers, and you have actually built a few more workers at this point. You're up to 18, but
Yeah.
it's still not at the level where you'd probably want it. Uh,
Come on, do something.
it'll come soon. I'm not sure who's going to attack first. Here comes Mech Sweep anyway. But you need to kind of move these guys up off the bottom here.
I'm not sure why they're there.
Yeah. This might be painful for those Zerglings, as we see them all going in now. Oh,
You know, it's not going.
that's a lot of fried Zergling.
Yeah.
Ooh. Although you are putting a dent in these, but I don't think you're going to get through them in time.
No. No way.
And you've still got all those cyclings at the back, which are going to deal with the roaches quite handily, I imagine.
Yeah. And the harvester is now building only circlings.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we'll should call this one done and fast forward it a bit. Let everyone see the end.
I think that's the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe also had a bunch of tanks somewhere, but they didn't participate in the battle, I think.
They're right on the doorstep right now.
Yeah, they're now participating in the battle.
Yeah.
They were just chilling somewhere.
Yeah.
The battle actually happened.
So it's kind of like that's what happens when Harvester doesn't work so well, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we saw it still building the right units. It was just possibly the scripted part of it wasn't working as well as the actual learned part, I guess, on that one.
Yeah, we could say that, yeah.
So yeah, that's one more victory for learning then.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. So there's a couple more I want to go over. Should we take a quick look at a team kill, I guess, in some respects? Sharpened Edge versus the Harvester coming up. It's the battle of two of your own bots, and they are going to kill each other. How do you feel about that?
They don't feel them. Neither should I.
Let me know when you're ready anyway.
Let me find it. Now.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Sharpened Edge up in here in the top left, and Harvester in the bottom right. Sharpened Edge, I believe you and Merfolk were working on that for a long time, weren't you? So yeah, do you still work on Sharpened Edge much, or is your focus entirely on Harvester now?
My focus is on Harvester at the moment.
Okay, that's good.
And the pylon is in the wrong place.
Yeah, what's it doing down there?
I'm trying to build a wall.
Oh, okay. I guess you haven't looked at Sharpened Edge much on the new maps.
Yeah, actually, this was one of the maps I was looking when the maps were announced, and I kind of knew that this would happen.
Yeah. Actually, I've had issues on this map as well with building proxies and things like that. It's very weird in a way because you can't really wall off. You have to wall off at this bit around here at the bottom of the ramp, your own ramp, rather than kind of like it's still the entrance to your natural. So I think bots can get confused there with the algorithms. So Sharpened Edge is asking if we need Oh, that's weird. So there were two probes went to build a building in exactly the same position, and
Yeah.
one tried to build there and got trapped, which is
It actually the second probe that got stuck, it changed the building placement to the
yeah.
and then it got stuck.
Oh,
And now it can't get out.
oh, poor little probe. Stay there forever.
Yeah. This map is pretty broken for Sharpened Edge at the moment.
Yeah,
But anyway, the idea was that I'm trying to look for the reinforcement learning with Harvester and get the unit micro and necessary parts for Jerk in a decent shape so that other people can use Sapi for Jerk too.
yeah.
It has been pretty much on Protoss focused before, so
Okay.
I wanted to be suitable framework for all races.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty impressive what you've done with Sharpie as well, because I've been looking at that. So, what do you tell us a bit about the inspiration behind that?
My goal, I said it earlier, that my goal would be to create a bot that can beat me. And building Sapi as a framework, I was hoping that it would help with that goal. Like, if people help me make Sapi a better framework, it would be easier for me to make a better bot.
Okay, so what level are you playing at? What league are you in on Starcraft 2?
I think I was in low platinum, but I haven't played really all that much in the ladder. I played more against Sapniers
Yeah.
than other humans.
No, I'm pretty
and
much in the same place. So,
yeah. And what happened here is that the probe that got stuck, it's trying to build all the buildings with it, and the building
oh,
order is like stuck because of it.
oh, the poor bot.
And and it's pretty much broken because of it.
Yeah. Oh. So it looks like.
Also, Harvester doesn't care that the wall isn't there.
Does it actually still think it's a wall, or is it like just gonna go for the nearest building?
I think it's going for the nearest building up.
Ah, okay. But at least it freed the probe and sent it gloriously to its death. But that's cool.
So Serpentets didn't really have a chance here because it build order
No,
didn't work.
but that shouldn't be the end of it. I mean, Sharp and Edge already has like a seat to the tournament with now four bots total are guaranteed tournament entries. I think we have
Yeah.
perfect splits, Micro Machine, Gency, and obviously Sharpened Edge, which is going to be fun. What chances do you think Harvester's going to make it into the tournament by the end of it?
Looking at the current model that I have training, zero chance.
Okay,
I'm not convinced that it could ever make it at the moment, but we'll see.
yeah,
I'm trying to improve the Harvester to make more units and
yeah.
get other stuff built, but
So that'd
it
be
hasn't
cool.
been very successful.
Successful, yes.
Yeah, so
No,
far.
that's cool. But yeah, so where do you see kind of like the biggest room for improvement next on Harvester?
Yeah, I think I probably have to dial down the actions because the swarm holes and infestors don't seem to be working at all. And then I would add the attack decision
Yeah,
to the machine learning part. I think I really need to do that for it to make anything intelligent.
yeah. So I guess that adds a lot of extra complication though, because again, you're adding more kind of like inputs and actions into the model, and that takes
Yeah,
longer to train, and obviously gives you more variance in the output, especially if you your only output is like a victory or a loss. It's like a very, very difficult then to assess which particular decisions caused you to win the game. So it's essentially, yeah, that's the biggest problem as I see it of like of
It
the
is a hard problem, yeah.
yeah. So
Also, the current model doesn't support like different actions at the same time. It only has one output, and
okay,
that's going to be integer number.
yeah. So when you say it only supports one output, is that like per frame or is that just per like per decision it has to make?
The current model that we see here makes additions every 5 seconds.
Okay.
Is what it builds.
So it basically changes the policy each 5 seconds and then uses that policy to carry out those actions and then assesses that at the end of the 5-second input, I guess. Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
It uses the same let's call the mini build order for the next 5 seconds.
Okay. No, that's really cool. But yeah, anyway, I guess we'll let's take a look at one last replay quickly.
Yeah.
I think should we go Harvester against Tier?
Your pick.
That's
I'm
up to
fine
you. I
with
mean,
both.
you're perfectly welcome if you want to show a different replay, or if you've got any others you think will be useful. Like you're more than welcome to bring them up, even if you see one on the AI Arena one that you want to throw in. But let me know when you got it ready.
What game are you?
Going for the Harvester against Tier.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, give me a shout when you're up.
Okay. Now.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So Tier is like quite well updated bot on the ladder at the moment, doing quite well. How do you do against him on the AI Arena at the moment?
I think Southern Edge has problems with that immortal build that it makes.
Yeah.
It used to win against it, but now it's losing it because some of the decisions I made it for on how it defends.
Yeah.
So it's now chasing the immortals too far and like dies.
Yeah. I know that chasing immortals is a bad idea, especially on ladder.
Yeah. Southern Edge also has the same problem against like 3-well lower where it chases the units too far, and also the micro kind of breaks when they are no longer defending. They are kind of like hanging around in somewhere.
Yeah. That's good. Mind me is asking how many actions does Shoptouch have available. I think the action space was 7 on this, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I think how many actions is the latest one you've got updated on there?
I had a model that had, I think it had 21.
Okay.
21, yeah. And now I stripped like all the hive units, Ultralisk and Vipers and Brute Lords.
Yeah.
So it's at the moment it's at 17, I think.
Yeah. So the 7 that are available for this, that's like obviously Drone, Zergling, Roach, and
Baneling and Hydrolisk.
okay. And obviously building overlords and things like that as well.
Building overlords is automated.
Okay.
It uses the auto overlord in SAPI framework.
Right.
That.
Yeah.
It usually works decently well.
Okay, cool.
So 2 is building ton of cannons.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this build does. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Yeah, I'm not sure on this one either. But it looks like he's getting his defense up pretty well, pretty early.
Kind of seems like, okay, I was going to call it Dark Templars because of Twilight, but now we have a Stargate.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to do a bit of everything.
And the Harvester is doing the usual circlings and the Rolls Warren for gas and building the roaches with it.
Yeah.
And it also has, once again, okay, it has actually 17 drones.
Yeah, it's going up a little bit.
I think that's the most it has so far.
Yeah. So he is building a Dark Shrine here. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's Dark Shrine and units then.
So that might be a problem. Do you have any, do you like to build Overseers with this, or is that not an option you've put in?
It has the so-called cloak detection mechanism that's in SOAPI, and it builds like 2 Overseers with it when it sees the cloak detection.
Yeah.
But it won't be seeing the Dark Shrine anytime soon, and it won't be seeing Dark Templars unless it attacks.
Well, it looks like it's going out for an attack now, so maybe it might see that.
Yeah.
It's got to wait for these roaches to come across as well.
Also, there's a Void Ray now.
Yeah, that might be problematic. I'm guessing you said Hydralisks was a possibility, so...
yeah. But whether it builds them or not, I'm not too confident about it.
So have you noticed that at all in any of your training? In that, like, it will, if it detects air units, it will build something like a Hydralisk or anything like that?
In my testing, it doesn't seem to be really reacting to anything. It just it does its own thing.
Oh, okay.
That might be because of the model is trained against all races. It sees that some of the parameters are not so important.
But yeah, I've noticed that this time it's decided to go 4 base.
Okay, it's now building a baling nest. What? Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's actually not a bad idea.
And it's also building a lair.
It should be able to detect these Dark Templars now because it's just gotten attacked by one. So it's gone up to the lair. It's got some Baneling Nest. Oh, but this Dark Templar looks like it's going to be able to get in here. Ugh. It doesn't look like...
Come on! Build the Overseer.
Built Overseer. There's nothing in production at the moment, I'm afraid.
Yeah, perhaps this version of the Harvester didn't have that code in.
See, if it gets a couple of Banelings, it could just blow it up right now, but then... you don't need to necessarily see Dark Templars with Banelings.
Yeah, I think this is the game. Too bad for the Harvester.
Oh no! Come on, you can do it. You can build it. What's it? Oh no, just roaches.
I was so sure that the lair was reacting to the Dark Templars, but now also didn't build any Banelings either.
I mean, it may have been reacting to the air units, but
yeah.
I don't know why it would build Banelings in reaction to the air units. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but the lair would be only built if it tries to build Hydralisk, I think. I think we can
Yeah, let's
go about
fast
this.
forward this. Let's not. Did I just see a Baneling? I may have done, but it didn't seem to work anyway. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought this would have been a better game, but no.
Okay, no problem.
I look at the stats on the site and it's like, is that going to be a good game? Yeah. So yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's reacted properly. And
Yeah.
there we go. So yeah,
We
I'm
can.
guessing.
We have. I guess we have time to look at the last replay.
Yeah, so I wanted to have a look at Sharpened Edge as well, just while you're here. So I got up the replay of Micro Machine against Sharpened Edge, if that's right with you.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. Hopefully it's not a cannon rush.
No, I hope not. Right.
Let's see.
Well, let me know when you got the game up and ready.
Okay, I'm now ready.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so you're up in the top left over here. This is on ephemerons, so it should be a map that your bot is used to because that's one of the ones that's on the last season as well.
It's doing the cannon rush. Oh god.
Oh no, really?
It has actually won with the cannon rush. Looks
Yes,
like.
but you are up against Micro Machine, who is top of the ladder, Godbot, winner of the last season, winner of Probots, doing very well in Probots this year as well. So it's the bot to beat at the moment. And if you find a strategy that beats it, why the hell not?
The, the forge is late. I didn't fix
Yeah,
that.
and you found the proxy as well, which is good. Oh, and it looks like you're going to take out the proxy here. Oh, poor Micro Machine. And
Yeah, now it has three probes taking it down.
but you do have the forge on the way now, so that's good. So yeah, I know you said you want to make Sharpie framework open source to kind of like get some more help from the community. How is
Yeah.
development of that going now? Have a lot of more people got involved?
Yeah, I think I'm getting a lot of input and maybe some kind of bug reports when something doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, I know about
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
But it's good.
yeah. It helps.
Definitely.
I don't really have time to look at all the replays that my bots are playing.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot, especially on AI Arena when they get something
Yeah,
like thousands of games out of it. So we see Micro Machine now responding. Yeah, part of the reason we're doing kind of like SE2AI in the current format is that kind of like it's a case of like I wanted, because most of the bots are scripted. It seemed like little point playing the same bot against the same bot like 100 times if you can, if they're
yeah,
not learning anything. Obviously, it's different with bots like Harvester that do get that kind of like learning input.
yeah.
As we
But you cannot really teach the harvester in any ladder. It requires like a shit ton of games to play
Yeah,
to learn.
yeah, definitely.
And the versions I'm what? The micro machine hide it workers.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's. I think you found its weakness,
Yeah, seems like. So
but
that's interesting.
he's getting a few of your workers here on the Reaper, but
Come on, build a unit. You
there's
can
one
shoot
on the
something.
way. It's only a zealot though. I don't think it's going to be much use. Oh, you still have a lot of workers though, so it's fine.
Luckily, the current version of Reaper is pretty slow on
Yeah.
killing the workers.
Yeah.
The one in Wings of Liberty, I think it like 2 or 3 shot at the workers back then.
Yeah. So it does look like there's an adept on the way. Stalker maybe would have been better in this situation, but still, adept is better than nothing.
Yeah, something that can actually shoot the Reaper.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually now the micro machine is mining minerals.
Yeah, he's only got.
Exactly 1 worker.
Why is there 5 workers in there?
I have no idea.
Ah, I think we may have found a weakness in Micro Machine.
Could be.
Oh, there we go. You killed the Reaper.
Yay! And now the game will go on when the
Yeah,
subnet will
I think we
build
will
an
just
army.
we'll just speed this up a little bit because
Yeah,
I don't think Micro Machine is really going to get anything on there. Oh wait, no, it's got
I don't
another
think so
Reaper.
either.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, a victory over Micro Machine is nothing to be disappointed about, even if it's like even if it is cheesy strategy. I'll take that every day.
Yeah.
GG. Right. Okay. Well, that's kind of like all the replays that I planned to go over.
Yeah.
I don't know if you fancy going over another one. We can find one if you like, or
I think we are fine now.
yeah. But yeah, so it looks like you're making good progress on the harvester anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll be competitive.
I'm hoping to learn something with the things that I do with the harvester and apply them to subnets.
Yeah.
The subnets is still our flagship bot, and I want to make it better. And what I'm hoping for with the harvester is to learn new things that I can use with the subnets.
Okay. So
Also, I'm trying to focus on things like scouting and fixing issues with the unit grouping.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like the biggest issue for Zerg
Yeah.
with all the bots. When you have Zerglings that are super fast, and then you have Mutalisks that are super fast, and then you have Queens that are the slowest unit in the game,
Yeah.
and slow roaches and so on. It's really hard to put the army together and move them around properly.
Yeah. I think we saw it with harvester when we kind of like it was trying to run to attack, and then it was kind of like coming back to group up with the roaches and kind of like
Yeah,
doing this whole stutter step thing.
yeah. That was my hot fix for trying to fix the issue, but it
Yeah.
wasn't working quite as well as I was hoping. But
Yeah. So it seems come a long way. I noticed you said when you first started it that you kind of like had to go for several thousand iterations before it would actually build anything other than drones. Is that correct? Or?
I have had many versions where only build drones, and also very many versions where it only builds slings.
Yeah.
I managed to pass that phase when I was using the random actions.
Yeah.
It like when there's few enough actions to select, it will win like the 40% of the games against the in-game hard AI.
Yeah. So when you say the random action, it's basically deciding the unit to build on a random basis, but all the rest of it is
Yeah,
kind of like just the same, essentially.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
units are built on random basis, but it's still learned from it. The
yeah.
learning is activated, but the actions are random.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So you can basically just see, okay, just these actions produce this result or whatever,
Yeah.
and kind of get it
What
to
I'm
work.
trying to do now is use a script actions where it tries to focus more on economy at the start of the game and build more units after that, but it doesn't seem to be working too well either.
So with that, is it just kind of like a case of like you add weight to the kind of like economy model in the early game, or is it kind of like you're hard scripting that economy model into it, or is it just kind of like
Yeah,
putting?
it's more of like almost the same as the random bot that learns, but it's now kind of scripted.
Yeah.
It has like random actions for the first that are up based on economy.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything I've got. I don't know if anyone in the stream wants to ask any more questions, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, thanks a lot for coming on anyway. It's been
Yeah.
really interesting talking to you about everything and Harvester.
We have a question. I would like to answer that. When I was trying things with the harvester, I had something like that composition of axologies and links and basically a full build orders that it would choose between, but that was kind of like too boring. It would choose a single build order that works and play only that. And when I use only one unit, I can prove that the model actually learns something. If
Yeah,
it builds a solid build order between something that was already solid, then I'm not really proving anything
yeah.
with the harvester.
And also, it's kind of like very much a case of like you're building towards kind of like having this built-up knowledge. It's not a case of just kind of like wanting to find the right strategy to win immediately, essentially. Um, Although
Yeah.
obviously winning is nice,
Mm.
but yeah. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else in chat. Have you tried getting a bot on gaming chair? Your Have you tried getting your bot a game? Sorry, I misread.
No, I have not tried that.
I mean, it's playing 4,000 games an hour, so maybe it deserves it.
It only deserves it when it starts winning without building links after 12 pooling.
Uh, I'll tell you what, if it can win 3 games in a row against Micro Machine, I'll see if I can send one over for it.
We'll
But yeah,
see.
that's
Let's
cool.
start training against Micro Machine.
Yeah, 100% definitely.
Yeah.
Right, so I think that's everything. But yeah, as I say, many thanks for coming on. It's been really interesting learning about it, and like hopefully we'll see a lot of improvement in Harvester. And I'm sure everyone's going to have a very big eye on how that project is going. But yeah, so
We'll see. Hopefully, I can improve uh, the harvester from where it is now.
yeah,
Yeah, and actually the work on harvester is mostly available on GitHub, but the newest version is in our Sharpened Edge
yeah,
repository that is not available. But I think the version that we are now seeing is available in the GitHub.
yeah. So what I will do, I will quickly post your GitHub link into chat if that's all right.
Yeah,
So
it's fine.
um, so that's one. But yeah, so let's say I think that's everything we got for the moment. But no, thank you very much for coming on. Next week there won't be a stream, I'm afraid, because I'm going to be away next weekend. But we'll still have the ladder games as normal. So the deadline for that again is Wednesday at midnight, and everything should be finished and up as soon as possible. But we will be back with another stream the week after. Hopefully, with a profile of another bot. I will keep you updated. So thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye bye.